Hi everyone! Today you're going to learn a little bit about wire sculpture. The first part of this video is going to take you to Brian Murphy's studio on the first Friday night in South Boston. Here we go. You ready for an adventure?
Meet Brian.
Filming it?
I'm filming. You're on candid camera.
Hi, I'm Brian Murphy, and this is a totally wired sculpture. And this is my studio that I'm showing for First Friday tonight. And as everybody comes in and sort of enjoys the sculpture, and so I wanted to show you what some of the pieces look like and what the studio looked like, so that you would be aware of it as you are meeting with me for the class. So, as you can see, some of the pieces are more heavy. So this is the trees and with a concrete base.
No, you get to be in the video too. That's okay.
And the pieces are meant to also be sort of enlivened with energy, so a lot of them do movement, you can see. And this is a space which is pretty jam-packed with a lot of pieces, as you can tell. And so...
Maybe some of your first pieces and your favorite pieces.
Some of the pieces that you'll sort of see are... This would be sort of a typical initial piece that I work with a lot of children and doing art therapy with them, and so this would be sort of a child piece where it's sort of simple but sort of entertaining and interesting. And some of them, you sort of see the shadows make the piece much more interesting also. So this one you can sort of see the piece looks flat, but in the shadow there's a lot of up and down dynamic to it. And also the pieces are meant to move, so you can sort of see this guy raking leaves here. So the movement sort of represents what the figure's supposed to be doing. And some of the other pieces, especially musicians. Very high ceilings, so you can sort of see that you can put a lot of material up high too.
Anything you want to show them that might be an example of what they...
So this is some of the things that we're doing, some of the simpler pieces which might be sort of just a flower piece to something which is more complex, which is something like this where you can sort of see the shadow creates an interesting sort of personality of the piece. Something more that you're working with in the workshop would be something more like these birds up here, which can be painted afterwards. So this is all one piece, so it's just meant to sort of be able to sort of use one line like a pencil not picked up from the paper. And this might be a sort of similar sort of piece that a younger person would do, like on a block of wood, sort of an elephant in the rainforest. And what else is sort of fun?
Everything's fun.
So here's sort of a sea piece, which is what you sort of talked before about water, sort of a fish mobile.
Oh, that's cool.
We won't be doing something as complicated as that, but just to give you a sense of how wire can move and feel very energetic.
I love these trees. Oh, trees are incredible.
And these are rather large trees, and they weigh a lot. This is a very thick, heavy concrete base. You can sort of see the wind makes it, you feel like the battling against the wind. And this is basically, the concept is that even in the midst of stress, that you're meant to sort of bend with the stress rather than break. And so this is the idea of surviving stress and coping with adversity. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be fun.
Do you have any kitties?
I have a little cat.
This is for you, Lexi. We have to show a kitty. Well, one of your subjects loves kitties.
Who doesn't like cats?
Oh, this is true. These beautiful pieces. And sports. A lot of them love sports.
So we have these baseball figures up here, and
Another
the
one there.
big puppy one here.
Mm.
Oh, I don't remember seeing backgrounds before.
No, this is a new thing.
Okay.
Yeah. To sort of give it more sense of a
Yeah,
three-dimensional
no, that's
feel.
really interesting. I like the added.
Hey everyone, Julie here. On to some wire work. Now, after you see what Brian Murphy does with his wire work, I'm going to show you, this is one of his pieces that he created, and I'm going to show you how he did it. So he took one piece of wire. This is a single piece of wire, and he started here, and he did a swirl and came down and created the first arm, and then the hand, and then the other side of the arm, and then down to the outfit, and the boot, and then over, and the other boot, and then up, the arm, the hand, over to the shoulder, up, over to the hair, and the crown, and the nose, and the mouth to the cheek, and then he put a bead for the eye. Now, this does move a little bit, and when something moves, it's called canoptic. So this one can move, but it's done with one piece of wire. And he does use wire, something to bend the wire. Now, there's several different ways that you can do it to make it easy for yourself. You can, first you're gonna need something to bend the wire. You can even use your fingers. You can use wire. You can use beads, or you could even do it with just simple pipe cleaners. I'll start off with some simple things. So the first one is you have to think like that. So when I'm drawing a design that I'm going to turn into wire, I'm going to do it kind of like a gesture drawing, where everything is going to be one piece and connected. I did that circle there in case I wanted to make one that had a little teeny bead for an eye. This wire is a little bit thick. I could use thinner wire to do the bead, the beak, down, the feet, and up. And this is just to kind of give me an idea of a shape. Doesn't always turn out that way, because this one certainly didn't turn out exactly like that, but I'm just getting started at it. I mean, Brian's been doing it for years and years and years, and he does really, really well with it. He has a studio in South Boston, and he makes all sorts of things with wire. So say I wanted to show you the birdie. What I would do is I would take some wire out, and then I would cut the wire. And then I'd decide, where do I want to start this piece? Do I want to start it? Where do I want to start the piece? And with this one, this little birdie, I kind of started it over here, so I'm going to give myself some room, and I'm going to start it there and come up, and then just start with the feather shape, kind of like a little feather shape. Now you see, I'm just doing it with my fingers, but you can use a tool too. I mean, it's going to be much more precise and a definite bend if you use a tool, or you can just use your fingers. So I'm doing the feathers, and then I'm coming up this part, and then I'm going to go to the head. Maybe this time I'll try adding a bead. If you want to add a bead, you can. I have some beads. Maybe I'll just try adding a bead. That one might be too big. I'll find a little teeny, a smaller bead. I'm just going to put a bead on here and see if I like it. Try and bend it a little bit. Now, he doesn't do this, but maybe I will. He doesn't do a lot of loops to hold something. He has a very tight method, but he doesn't often use beads. Maybe not at all, but I'm going to try using a bead, see if I like it. Little beak, the little tummy of the bird. Yeah, I kind of might like that. Then I'm going to go down and do the feet. Feet are tricky. And you can actually do it right on your paper or to the side. So I'm going to try and do the little feet. Okay, and I am going to use this tool just because these are teeny weeny little feet. And up, and then back down again. Yeah, that's a funky foot. We've got a little funky foot going here. And then I'm going to go over. And then I'm going to go over just a little bit and then down. Over here and then down. And then I'm going to go up. And then maybe I'll go down again. And then maybe I'll go around. Up. Down again. That's actually a lot bigger than the other toes, so I'm going to kind of scrunch it a little bit until I get it the right size. And then I'm going to go kind of up like that. And obviously I can get a shape and then just play around with it after. Just trying to get a general shape in, and then I can play around with it afterwards. And I mean, you can do it any way you want to. This is just showing you the way that he did it. But if you want to do it, if you have your own way of doing it that you really like, and you want to add beads, or just going to show you the technique. And then actually, he doesn't do this, but I'm going to twirl mine down. Try and twirl mine around to give it just a little bit more strength to make it sturdy. Cut the extra wire off. And then I'm probably going to spend some more time on the feet to make that close in, but you get the idea. And then I was working on a kitty. I'll show you a kitty. It was coming out a little bit tricky. So I started out by doing a drawing. Remember, just a single line drawing going like this and down. Oh, actually, that's right. I started here and went up and over and around to the nose, to the mouth, the nose, the eye, to the ear, and down. And then I took some wire, same type of a thing, and I started doing it where I was folding it and making it, and I added a bead, and I'm going to need to go back in and really work on the shape. So it does take a while. So I need to work on this a lot more to make the shape nice and a nicer shape. And then, or you can do something simple with pipe cleaners even. So I started by drawing this. I thought a heart, and I put love in it. And then I was doing that, where you could take something like that. So the way I would do that is I just took a pipe cleaner and made a heart shape. It's not as easy as it seems, but it's challenging, but it is fun. And you can do all sorts of interesting things with wire and little imagination. Why not? Okay. So then I went around like that, came into the center and folded it. And then I did, well actually, I did it differently. I did one for the heart and one for love. But I could definitely challenge you to do it all in one piece of wire. So then I just did the word love and put it in the center. So that was fairly easy. And I can't wait to see what you make. So remember that, I mean, actually I want you to think about this one. How crazy is that when you look at all his designs, that he did it in one wire and it can actually move. So those of you that are in middle school, next year we will be going to his studio and doing some work with Brian. And I can't wait to see what you make. Okay, love you.